Hey, shuckalugga kapow, everybody. How's it going, old schoolers? You're kicking it old school with Russell JS. And I am your host, Russell JS. Please forgive me if I sound a little sluggish tonight. Um, I slept on my back wrong a few nights ago, and now I got a pinched nerve on my left side that's shooting into my upper left arm. And I had planned on doing videos, but I was just in a lot of pain, and I'm still in a lot of pain. But you know what? I got to get a video out. I said to myself, I got to do this. This time, I'm doing a battle of the tribute albums. Nativity and Black, a tribute to Black Sabbath, versus the Kiss tribute album, Kiss My Ass. Now, the thing is, back in the early to mid 1990s, a lot of artists that have been around for a while, they were starting to get to the whole tribute thing. Because, just to, what is it? To commemorate, all their years in music. I mean, there was a Led Zeppelin tribute album, there was a Doors tribute album, all kinds of bands having tribute albums. I mean, hold on a sec. Again, I am feeling a little sluggish, so please note in the comments box, no jokes about slipping on banana peels or falling off bar stools while chasing beautiful bikini-clad blondes on the beach. But I think this is the price I pay for getting older. I mean, just a few weeks ago, I just turned 48, and, I'm getting up there in age. But, back in the early 1990s and the mid 1990s, a lot of folks were paying tribute, paying homage to all these great, great artists that put out music that inspired another generation of bands and artists to come out. I mean, even tribute bands were coming around. They had tribute bands to Led Zeppelin, to the Grateful Dead. I mean, one band I know of the Grateful Dead, it's called Sticky Fingers. And then there's supposed to be a Doors tribute band coming this way called the Crystal Ship. I saw a video clip of them, and they were pretty good. I mean, I've seen my share of tribute bands. I mean, the last one I went to, I saw the band, I forgot what it was called. It wasn't Strutter, that was another Kiss band. It was called Kiss Alive, the tribute. And man, you would have literally thought you were at a Kiss concert back in 1976. That's how good this band was. I mean, they had the licks down to a T. They even looked like, Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, Gene Simmons, and Paul Stanley. And they were really good. I mean, I remember me and a buddy of mine we were going to see Blue Oyster Cult. Two tribute bands opened up for Blue Oyster Cult. One was called ZZ's Best, tribute to ZZ Top, and boy they looked exactly like ZZ Top. And also there was Back in Black from Arizona, the AC/DC tribute. I mean, the lead singer was both Bon Scott and Brian Johnson, and he nailed it. But the guy that was supposed to be Angus Young was like over 6 foot tall in a school uniform and looked like Ashton Kutcher. It was kind of strange. I mean, the rhythm guitar player looked like Malcolm and the bass player looked like Cliff Williams. I mean, when you don't get to see a lot of these concerts that are going on, if you don't get to see like ZZ Top, you don't get to see AC/DC or Kiss or Van Halen, it's really great that they got these tribute bands that you could go and see. But we're going to go ahead and rank up Nativity in Black and Kiss My Ass. And remember, if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit a like, subscribe, leave comments in that box down below, ring the bell for notifications. Leave your, hit a like, tell your friends, tell your family, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, your nieces, your nephews, your grandson, your granddaughter, your son, your daughter, your teachers, your bosses, your coworkers, your roommates, your classmates, your pets, your cousins, anybody who's anybody that wants to kick it old school. Now, without further ado, let's see how these bad Oscars rank out, shall we? The battle of the tribute albums, Nativity in Black versus Kiss My Ass. Let's see. After Forever, performed by Biohazard, versus Deuce, performed by Lenny Kravitz. I really am not a big fan of this version of Deuce. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Lenny Kravitz, he's a great performer, great musician. And hey, I get it. He grew up on Kiss, but I have to go with After Forever. All right, Children of the Grave, performed by White Zombie, versus Hard Luck Woman, performed by Garth Brooks. Ooh, this is gonna hit me harder than, this is gonna hurt me more than my back is hurting me right now. Because I loved both these versions. As a matter of fact, you know what the coolest thing was? Garth Brooks, I think it was on the David Letterman show when this album came out. He performed Hard Luck Woman on the David Letterman show. And he had Kiss as his backup band, and he also had Kiss as his backup band when he recorded the song. But you know what? I'm giving them both a point. Paranoid, performed by Megadeth, versus She, performed by Anthrax. Oh, man, this hurts worse than my back pain right now. All right, here we go. Two of the big four going against each other on these albums. What can I say? I love both versions, so they both get a point. Let's see, next. Supernaut, performed by, and this is no joke, we've had this before. Supernaut, performed by 100 Homo DJs. Yeah, that's the name of the band, Homo DJs, versus Christine 16, performed by the Gin Blossoms. You know what? I love the song Christine 16, and I love the Gin Blossoms. And this is a great version of Supernaut. And you know what? I've got to go ahead and flip a coin. So heads, it'll be Supernaut, and tails, it'll be Christine 16. And the winner of this coin toss is Gin Blossoms with Christine 16. So both albums are at a tie. All right, let's see. Oh, this is a no-brainer. Iron Man, performed by Ozzy Osbourne himself with the band Therapy, versus Rock and Roll All Night, performed by Turd the Wet Sprocket. You know what? I have to automatically, easily give that a point. Toad the Wet Sprocket, some of you don't even know who they were. I remember them. They were some one-hit wonder indie alternative band. They had that one song, all I want is to feel this way. That, like rock music by the early to mid 90s was, especially indie alternative, was starting to, or I guess nowadays they would call that emo. It was starting to get soft. And let's see. Let me see if I got that right. Hold on a sec. Number 6, Lord of This World. Wait, no. I don't have my glasses on. Hold on a sec right here. Yeah, I ain't got my readers on. It's done by, let's see, it's done by Corrosion of Conformity, but I got to open it because I might have mistakenly put somebody else's. Yeah. Lord of This World performed by Corrosion of Conformity versus Calling Dr. Love by Shandy's Addiction. Seriously? Yeah, I heard this version and I thought it was horrible. So I'm giving the point to Nativity in Black. All right, let's see. Number 7, Symptom of the Universe performed by Sepultura versus Going Blind by Dinosaur Jr. Oh boy, this is going to be a coin toss because you see, I not only do I love the song Going Blind, the original by Kiss, but Dinosaur Jr. really did do a really great cover. And Sepultura did an awesome version of Symptom of the Universe. So heads, it's going to be Symptom of the Universe, and tails, Going Blind. Here we go. My reflexes are off. Ow. I think I got to stretch and maybe get some exercise and I wouldn't have this issue. So here we go. Once again, heads, Symptom of the Universe, tails, Going Blind. I know, oh, the insanity. And the winner is, for this coin toss, heads, Symptom of the Universe performed by Sepultura. All right. Now, here we are. The Wizard performed by Bullring Brummies versus Strutter performed by Extreme. I know, I just love to have a laugh about Gary Sharon of Extreme. He about damn near destroyed Van Halen, with Van Failure 3. So, easily I'm going with The Wizard. And I love the song Strutter. Don't get me wrong, but I do not like Extreme's version. Okay. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, performed by Bruce Dickinson and Godspeed, versus Plaster Caster, performed by the Lemonheads. I do think that the song Plaster Caster, it's okay, but man, Bruce Dickinson and Godspeed doing Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, that blows Plaster Caster right out of the ballpark. All right, NIB by Ugly Kid Joe versus Detroit Rock City by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, or should I say the Mighty Mighty Butt Tones. I never liked the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, even when they were big. So, you know what? Easily, I'm giving that point to Ugly Kid Joe. War Pigs performed by Faith No More versus Black Diamond performed by Yoshiki. You know what? I actually did enjoy Faith No More's rendition of War Pigs. And, Black Diamond by Yoshiki, the way Yoshiki did it, it sounded like an epic movie soundtrack. And it was orchestrated and everything like an epic movie would be. So this one, I'm going heads, Faith No More, and tails, Yoshiki. And here we go. And the winner is tails, Yoshiki. Stroke of Fate, Stroke of Fate. Now, there's not another song on here. You know what? I'm going to add a bonus track, even though it would come out years later. All right? Love Gun performed by Stone Sour. There we go. So I'm going to add that bonus track, even though it didn't appear on the album, because there's 12 tracks on Nativity in Black, and there's 11 tracks on Kiss My Ass. Man, it even hurts when I cough sometimes or sneeze. Okay, here we go. Black Sabbath by Typo Negative versus Love Gun by Stone Sour. Typo Negative was a great band. I will say that. But I didn't really care for their version of Black Sabbath. So therefore, Love Gun by Stone Sour will get the point. So now here we are. We've got Nativity in black with 9 points. Kiss My Ass with 5 points. That means and here we go. Nativity in black wins the battle of the tribute albums. Yes, I have, like I said, I got some other stuff in the works. I mean, I've got Led Zeppelin 1 versus Robert Plant Pictures at 11. Ozzy Osbourne No More Tears versus Black Sabbath Dehumanizer. The Doors Morrison Hotel versus Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers Hard Promises. The Doors The Future Starts Here compilation versus Experience Hendrix, the best of Jimi Hendrix. And what else? And well, oh yeah, Godsmack's first album versus Puddle of Mud Come Clean. So, like I said, I've been in a lot of pain. I was actually going to do a video last night, but I was just in excruciating pain. I'm in excruciating pain right now, but I said to myself, come on, get up. You got to do this. You got to do this. Come on. So you know what? I went ahead and did it. And here I am. It is 16 minutes and 30 seconds later. And I made this video. And that's going to be it for this video. So remember, keep it real, keep it fresh, keep it chill. Keep kicking it old school, listen to old school music, play old school video games, watch old school movies, watch old school TV shows. Get you enough of love, get you enough of peace, get you enough of tranquility, get you enough of less chaos, no chaos, less drama, no drama. Just keep it real, man. And keep kicking it old school. And as always, I like to say to you, Godspeed. May the force be with you always. And shakalaka kapow. Now, I gotta go ahead. I'm gonna take a nice hot shower. I'm gonna put some icy hot on my back. And then I'm gonna relax and watch TV before I go to bed. So, catch you in the next video, old schoolers. Remember, Godspeed, may the force be with you always, and shakalaka kapow.